hi, Susan. Don't hit that too hard, because we just had a discussion about what's holding the roof up.
I think it's probably this wall right there.
Oh, you mean the one that's not attached to the foundation?
Correct.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
On the last episode of NerdSteading, I started renovating the thing we call the murder cottage because I want a guest house and a studio, and it just won't fit my current house or barn. The cottage offers us that flexibility, but at the price of our sanity and souls. First, what we have to do is an extended version of what we did with the shop, which is figure out how to turn this into not just a livable space, but a permitted space. This makes a terrible pointer. A permitted space. That wasn't even in frame. Jesus. Okay, so our plan with Yon Dumpster is to start the process of tearing this down to the studs. So we know the roof has got to be replaced. We know that the ceiling, you can see the hole in the ceiling behind me, can't you? So what we're gonna do is pull it down to the studs. Put all that stuff in the dumpster, sort out the things that can be recycled or repurposed, like the kitchen sink, all the metal that can go to a scrapper, and then have somebody professional come out and look at the studs and say, yes, this is structurally sound. You can continue with this, or oh dear, insert deity here, what were you thinking? So some stuff is just gonna get trashed. Things like windows are gonna get set aside, see what we could do with them. But get this down to a point where we can assess our level of nonsense. So now we get to do the fun bit of every home improvement show, which is the slow-mo scenes of like the big crowd of people walking up, and they've got the crowbars and the sledgehammers, and they're gonna tear stuff down and throw sinks out windows and whatever it is burly people do in HGTV shows at the opening like 15 minutes after they've gone in and smelled how bad the interior of the house is. Today it's just me and Susan. We're going to enlist help tomorrow, but on day one it's just my wife and I. So before we do the big burly smashy stuff, I'm going to finish a process I've already started, which is taking down the light fixtures and pulling any small pieces out that we really don't want to succumb to the sledgehammer. And then I think she's going to start in the back bedroom. I'm going to start with the bathroom, start with everything that is farthest away from the front door, so that as we progress through the house and start removing things, we're not tripping over detritus. I've got a bag of tools, I got gloves, I got safety goggles, I'm wearing big stompy boots, and pretty soon I'm gonna put on a mask, because once we start opening the walls up, I have no idea what's gonna come out of them. It's probably gonna be disgusting. I'll warn you if anything really bad happens. I'm gonna get on a ladder and take down some light fixtures, and then we gonna break some things. See it? Now the drill is covered in spider webs because, you know, no one's been in here in a while. Oh yeah, the back bedroom is an adventure. I already spent some time taking shelving out of this particular closet. I opened the window back up so it could air out today, but I'm pretty sure the window was open for a while before we got here, because there's a bunch of fern needles and stuff in here, and there's no screen on this window, so make of that what you will. The best part, and I need a light for this, is the mushroom. There is straight up a mushroom growing out of the floorboards. So yeah. Well, we've already had our first stepped on something weird encounter. This is a fleur-de-lis pin ball hook. Anyway, we pulled it out of Susan's boot. Yeah, wear safety shoes, kids. Anyway, I'm gonna start tackling the bathroom, which is not normally this well lit. Yeah, so the bathroom it's not as much issues as a subscription. So this was the choice for the shower, which is all unfinished wood that doesn't quite, yeah, there's not even trim on this. The shower is not been cleaned in a while. I'm not gonna show you the bottom. There's a bunch of plastic wrap in between the insulation and the wood, like this, which traps moisture. There's choices that were made there. Let me get a better might be a subjective term. This kind of dates the house right here, by the way. This whole fluorescent bulb thing, this probably puts this renovation in the 90s just based on when these compact fluorescents were popular. Yeah, this is my look today, by the way. It's quite the sexy. This is where the water heater used to be. That's a washer dryer hookup. That's the 220 plug. If you see what's sitting next to the dryer vent, you know, the hose that has all the hot in it that comes out of your dryer, that's a piece of electrical wire. So hiding behind my time-lapse camera is the breaker panel. In the bathroom, behind a cabinet for maximum inaccessibility. So if an electrician ever had to get in here, they would have to be a contortionist, because this is a full-ass laundry cabinet. It's apparent I got some work to do, so I better just get to it. Oh, this thing is bolted down. Oh, good job, toilet installer. I'm not sure if it's not attached to the floor or the floor isn't attached to itself. Let's just do it that way. Let's do that. That'll be fun. Right. Right, now for the part I really hate. I already did the rest. Yeah, it's a great day on the construction site when your wife can say something to you like, "Hey, look, ants." Oh, those are... I'm pretty sure those are ants. That is a quantity of ants that I was not anticipating. Well, good luck. I'm gonna go back and work on the bathroom. I think it's time for lunch.
1 hour later.
Well, this is a fine howdy-do. Trying to figure out if the shower's wider than the door. I think the shower's wider than the door. Now I have to put the shower back to get to the camera. They can't even see this. Ah! If you couldn't hear that, I'm gonna have to take the door frame out because the shower is bigger than the... It's a solvable problem. One shower, slightly used. Which is just fiberglass over cardboard. Can't spell quality without K. I did cut the power, but oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. No. It's very bad. Why would I want to wear a mask while I'm just doing cleanup in here? Well, some stuff has been in here as we're going through stuff like drawers. And we're like, hey, is there anything interesting we can get in here? Gotta respect the cutting board layout, actually. Nice work surface. However, viewer advisory, we're not the only thing living in here. So, when I get into demolition for reals, I'm probably gonna put on a respirator and Tyvek suit because that's just kind of disgusting. So, when you move out of a place, empty the dishwasher. That is... Why'd y'all leave me? There's like... Can't fucking believe it. Man. This is gonna be a party. Ball?
Two tennis balls. Tennis ball.
It's a tennis ball.
That's the second one we found.
That must go with the clean dog. Hey, it works. All right. When this breaks, it'll be a loud noise.
All right.
There we go. Okay, here's the part of the project I'm not going to enjoy, because now we're getting into tearing out interior walls that have insulation in them. Unfortunately, since I've been filming in high definition, you can probably tell that insulation is not the only thing in the gaps between the walls and the stuff. So as you can see here, there's plastic lining in some places, but not at all. And then here and here are plumbing, and there's another drain to stuff. We're out of dirty socks in the bathroom, so we'll have to get another rag. And then there's what's left of the shower valve. This concludes my presentation of This Bathroom Was Nasty. Because of the fiberglass insulation and because of the rat excrement, I gotta do a costume change. Going with a full face respirator. But that's not all. Oh no. Yeah, we went shopping for the latest in fashions. Mom, I'm gonna be an astronaut. Never did go to space camp. It's okay. It's fine. It's be fun. It's be so much fun. Ladies love a man who wears protection. So I've heard. Yeah. Yeah, this would be a perfect time for the neighbors to come over and be like, hey, can we borrow a cup of sugar? Sugar out of the camper that I keep out behind the house. Hi, honey, I'm home.
Hi.
We are sitting here on a beautiful Saturday in April, dressed up like we're about to shrink Mike TV down on a chocolate tour. And this is our reward. 25-cent linoleum in the discount bin at a Home Depot that's about to close. Hang on my laundry for a bit. Go take a break.
The next day.
Yeah, we made a lot of progress on day one. Taking up the carpet revealed some questionable choices. Now we can get into proper demolition. Oh, and by the way, when we put up the original tour video, you may have seen one of the comments said, "I love the optimistic outlook you started with." In storytelling, we refer to this as foreshadowing, because the guy who left the comment is Matt. Yeah, guy standing in my cottage in the red shirt. He and his son, Morgan, helped us with this day 2 of demolition. So by the time the tour video came out, they knew what was up.
Oh, hi, Matt. No, you saw the water damage at the bottom already, yes, right? Oh, that's the whole bottom of the wall moving, isn't it? Do that again.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. He's pulling at the top, and yeah, that's... I can see... Is that daylight, or is that just reflection? Oh, boy.
Oh, daylight.
Oh, that didn't take long. Yeah, not loving that. Yeah, that's good stuff. It's crunchy. And they hermetically sealed in all the moisture. That's a great decision.
That's correct.
Oh, so the house wrap, I love this decision. So there's the house wrap to the insulation, but then you can see the wood on the top. So behind the insulation, I don't think there's any wrap. Nope. That's just plywood on top of another kind of... Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at... That's a choice that they made. I'm not surprised by this, but I'm still disappointed. I'm not disappointed, I'm just mad. No, I'm both.
All right, I'm going to look at it from the other side and see how I...
Oh yeah, no, wave at me when you get there. I can probably see you. So when I say we can see the outdoors, I'm not freaking kidding. Hi, honey. Okay, so that... Yeah, so leave the broom right there. I'm gonna walk back around. Dirt level is... God, yeah, so that's 6-ish inches off the ground. So that's a problem. We're gonna have to solve that. Also, I want my broom back.
I'm curious as to what is holding up this roof.
Hi, Susan. Don't hit that too hard, because we just had a discussion about what's holding the roof up.
I think it's probably this wall right there.
You mean the one that's not attached to the foundation?
Correct.
Okay, great. That's awesome. If
I had to guess, I would guess this is probably holding that part.
Fun discussion we had while you were outside hitting the wall. What's holding the roof up?
Theoretically, those joists.
Okay. But what's holding the joists up?
Oh, it might be framed this way.
It probably is.
Presses all the way across this way.
We think. That thing shifts. Okay, well that's fun. Fun with a capital F-U. Okay, so this is going to be great. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Hey, there we go. When I cut this off, the wiring behind the wall was uninsulated, so the insulation only started when this appeared from the wall, which is bad. And then there's this situation, which is like about 20% of a roll of dollar store electrical tape. And then finally, Eastay resistance is tiny, tiny wire nuts. Here we go. Finally. This piece of crap out of here. taking my sink for a walk, don't mind me. Put you next to the saddest dishwasher. Ugh. I turned my back 1 second to like take a sink out, and I don't have a bedroom anymore. That was something that happened. Well, they definitely wired for telephone in the day, so that was nice.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, that doesn't look terrible.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I thought this attic was gonna be worse. The roof's not in as bad a condition, I thought, and this is just gonna be tearing down some nasty ceiling and insulation. All right, let's get back to it.
It's coming from inside the house. Oh, I'm gonna make it a little clearer. There's debris. I gotta be honest, I think it would just be easier if you kicked it. That was my first kick the shower.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry I didn't have that on slow-mo. That would have been more impressive.
Oh, geez. Here, buddy.
Yeah. Kindling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Safety glasses are very well worn.
yeah, I'm gonna put my hearing protection back on if we're gonna do that kind of crap. Lovely. Really opens the room up a bit. Oh, this is different. This isn't plastic wrap. This is foil.
Like aluminum foil.
I mean, I think it's meant for construction, but this is the stove doesn't have the heat protection behind it, but the sink does. How hot was the water coming out of their water heater?
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Thank you very much.
There's a drain pipe. I want that intact.
Is that the outside?
That goes to the drains, which we actually have scoped. And tie into that actually ties into the septic system. Ooh, silver blanket. Shiny. Hey, but they continued the foil motif. Oh, a Lego! Look at you, little yellow brick. You're going to the corner with the bottle caps. The foil is running under the tile.
That is the weirdest stuff I've seen lately.
What in the wide world of sports? And there's a placemat.
Oh, they used to be
Floral
there.
motif. The ants can use it to have some supper.
Didn't you evict all the ants?
Yes, they can eat al fresco. They're ants. They're used to it.
One thing I've noticed is the bottom board, if one is covered in ants and two is bolted to the floor.
Yeah, that's actually the right way to do it.
Amazing.
Do you want me to spray the bottom board with ants?
Yes, please. Yeah. All natural doesn't mean it won't kill you. Just means it smells better.
Better is relative better.
Very. What do we loosen it up at the top and pop out the bottom?
You got it.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the best way to get rid of the bolts?
Yeah, we can cut them off with an angle grinder.
Good enough.
Yeah, as far as I can tell,
Thank you.
nothing's on fire. Yeah. Just so we're clear on how not to do things. This was either the outside of some structure or they just poured the concrete form and then left the board in the middle. That's bad. Wouldn't you say that's bad? I think it's bad.
It's also covered in ants.
Well, everything's covered in ants, including me, I think. Again, thank God we're not in Georgia, because those would be fire ants, and we would burn the house down.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, this looks really, really good. Unless we look over here, and it's like, oh, this looks less good. Oh no, why is it? Oh no, it's so much. Well, obviously, we got a lot more work to do, but that means you can expect another video of NerdSteading sometime soon, so like and subscribe and stay tuned to find out what else is behind these walls. It might be disgusting. It's probably gonna be disgusting.